Hello guys, I am recording this video with more interruption than normal, mostly because there's currently all of my cats in one single room, which is this room, and I'm trying to just minimize the sounds of earthquakes by holding them, and they're not taking it. No, no, no. Sit down. Calm. Calm. But yes, DMCA issues on Twitch are about to get a lot worse. First of all, we have an inkling to believe that Universal and Warner have live groups that will be copy striking still ongoing streams, which means that games such as Beat Hazard, Beat Saber, let's see what else, Just Dance, and similar games that depend on you using music are just gonna be dead. You essentially just killed a whole bunch of video games that depend on music to exist with just the information provided to us currently.
I forget what the other one is. Well, I think it might be Warner. It is Warner. And so Universal Music Group and Warner have invested in this company that's monitoring every stream on Twitch. And they have the ability to issue live DMCAs. They just haven't done it yet. And so it's super important to note that that level of enforcement hasn't even come through yet, where you're live and you're getting taken down live for playing music. Right now, we're just seeing clips and VODs. Or I forget.
Essentially, just on the permissions that they're given currently, they will be taking down live streams. A lot of games will become completely unstreamable, very unsafe to stream. Their sales will probably plummet because of this, because some games really depend on the hype and the interactivity, and very few games will be safe to stream without outright risking the loss of your channel. I'm sorry. But that is not all. There are DMCA hearings in America to try and make the system nicer for artists. And the important bit is that live streamers, YouTubers, and all of the other creative people are not even considered or represented in these hearings. These hearings are painting a picture that it is far too hard for artists to get their fair share of money and to get their fair share of takedowns going through on these big techs, and these big techs are essentially destroying their livelihood. There's a very, very big thread that I'm gonna link to by Join Less that just talks about the recent hearing by the US committee and about all of the in-depth details of who is representing whom. Surprise, surprise, nobody's representing YouTubers and live streamers. They would like an automatic system that finds content that may be of music type and takes it down on auto. And they would absolutely love it so that YouTubers and Twitch streamers got taken out in 2 strikes instead of 3 that they couldn't even appeal. For example, this was one of their statements. I'm quite familiar with fair use given my background working in business affairs department at a television network. I was absolutely certain that these uses were not in any way fair use as defined by the fair use doctrine. So I can comfortably assert that in 100% of these counter notifications the fair use assertion was false. 100%, you sure about that? With each counter notification, YouTube's instructions were clear. I was given 10 days from the date of the counter notice during which I could file a lawsuit against the uploader and show proof that filing of that to YouTube. If I did not do so, YouTube would reinstate the content. For an infringing uploader in this situation, getting the video reinstated is not the goal. What they want is for the YouTube to remove the copyright strike against their account, which is a counter notification accomplishes. Why? Because the strike does several things. Most importantly, if the uploader's channel enabled for monetization with YouTube via ads being placed on your videos, a copyright strike disables monetization for 90 days and turns off uploader's ability to livestream. This is a significant penalty. If only it were not so easily defeated by simply lying. A second strike will limit how often the uploader can post and shorten the allowable length of each post. If an uploader receives a third strike, YouTube will delete their channel entirely. This is why false counter notifications are so often employed by YouTube uploaders. By filling one, the uploader gets the copyright strike removed and YouTube lets them keep making money. The scam seems pretty obvious, so why does the YouTube let them get away with it? If you search YouTube or Google how to get out of copyright strike on YouTube, you will find plenty of videos and blog posts that say just file a counter notification, they can't afford to sue you and the big labels won't even bother. Sadly, this is true. I'm not a large company, I'm just a guy. I do not have a team of lawyers and I cannot file multiple federal lawsuits every month. And as a YouTuber, I can't afford to attend a single lawsuit, Mr. Whoever went to that hearing. So effectively, they are trying to push in US so that, first of all, system detects copyright violations on auto, and secondly, that the creator would fall out in 2 strikes instead of 3, and that they maybe not have a way to refute the strikes. This is what they want, and this is absolutely bonkers, because just what Twitch is seeing right now, just what's happening in here is absolutely bonkers, because we are about to see so much games disappear off streaming platforms just because of how they made and what is their purpose. This isn't even talking about games that use music that might be copyrighted inside of the game with like no ability for you to know so. It will get to this point where users will have to vet if the game is safe before they can start streaming it or uploading of it to YouTube, which will make sure that very few games are gonna be represented and viewable. This kitty really wants to go, but if I release him, he will start scratching himself, won't you? Yeah, you will. You will, and you're gonna create you're gonna create earthquakes. So yes, these are gonna be very dark times. They're gonna be very dark times for all streaming platforms. What I can suggest to you is make your voices heard to developers of games by saying, I want you to write in a specific permission that we are allowed to stream your game and that you have the right licenses, that all the music belongs to you, so that we can actually have game sound on when streaming your game. And if there is no such thing written next to a video game, or you did not get permission from a specific party, or streaming is just not outright encouraged, do not give these video games light of day. Just do not show them, do not stream them, make them hurt so that they understand that this is a problem for us and that this is what they have to do now, because this is what we're gonna have to resort. I did a few askings on Reddit yesterday about the games that I currently stream. As far as I know, EA did encourage people to stream The Sims, and Jagex did encourage people to stream RuneScape. All the music in RuneScape belongs to Jagex, so I shouldn't get in trouble for that specific game. However, other EA games that I wanted to do, now I'm like, what email do I contact them with to ask if I am gonna be safe doing that? Because I sure as shit ain't risking my channel just because some music label has gone bonkers. And I foresee this as a really big issue that should get a lot more publicity than what it is getting. People should be aware of what is happening. And these court hearings, people are not even aware of that. So if you believe in this as a cause, if you believe that this is something that people should know, please share and spread this video. If you don't want to share and spread these videos, both of these comment sections of the Twitters, they're in the description down below. Just take the links and share the links. Just take the links and share the links with your own commentary. Please leave comments in the comment box down below. Let me know of your opinions. I have encountered some very upsetting opinions on mainstream journalists covering this issue, such as, oh, it's good, streamers should disappear, streamers should get a real job anyway. No, this isn't in no way good. In no way good. I don't care what you think about streamers, but the fact that games will now have to have less exposure or disappear entirely because of this whole situation, that's not a good thing for the gaming industry. That's not a good thing for anyone whatsoever. If you like this video, please leave a like. Do subscribe because Myrta loves that number. And I hope I'm gonna see you the next time when I have a bit less cats on my hand. So, bye Bee, and Han is also waving goodbye. See ya.